Well, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I would really like to have you here on a regular basis. And don't forget to hit the like button. I think Women Carry Knives just burned her hand. You okay over there?
All good.
Okay. I'd love to have you here on a regular basis, and hitting that like button does in fact help the channel out quite a bit. So what is on the table today is a big, badass, and beautiful Benchmade. This is the full-size Crooked River. Now this is the gray G10 with orange accents. Yeah, not my favorite part, but I may do something about that. This is a discontinued version, but you still can get the ironwood version. And here's the thing. If you've been thinking about getting a big Benchmade, get one of these. Also, these are in the their custom shop. So you can go hog wild on one of these if you want. This is the straightforward one. This is S30V. It's aluminum and G10 on steel liners. But this is a big knife. Now, one of my favorite knives is the Contigo. And as you can see, this knife and the Contigo are really, really similar in size. But people don't generally love the Contigo because it's jimped to the point of absurdity. Like it just is, right? I mean, this is a knife that's designed for wearing gloves in crappy weather, or as Nick Shabazz would say, at a Vaseline factory, and you're not going to drop it. It kind of turns people off, and I get that. Although this is a spectacular knife. The Crooked River is everything that you get with this, except, of course, slightly different blade shape, in a slightly more refined and traditional look. And it's wonderful, right? So let's take a look at what you get. Then we'll do the size comparisons. We're going to start it up over here. You get 1, 2, 3, and 3/4 of cutting on 4 inches of S30V. The grip area from behind the swell is 1, 2, 3, 4¼ inches. I mean, even in my hands, there is a lot of knife sticking out. The knife overall, from tip to tail, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9¼ inches long. Okay, that's a big knife. Now, they do make a mini version of this, which I can only assume is as equally excellent as this one. I don't have one. If one of you out there has a mini and you'd like me to review it, get in touch. I'd be happy to do it. I'm not going to buy one, though, because this is my size knife. The closed length on this thing is 5¼ inches. And the closed profile, again, because it has that wonderful Benchmade axis lock, looks like just a little over 1¼ inch, coming up on 1.5 inches, right up here at the thickest spot. It really does ride the pocket well. Now, it comes with the traditional split Benchmade pocket clip. I had an extra Benchmade deep carry laying around that I threw on there because, of course, it is the standard Benchmade pattern. I also learned that you can get full replacement scales for these from a couple of spots, and I might do that because it is fully linered, right? It's got steel liners that run the length of the knife, which are milled out quite a bit, by the way, for weight. So, yeah, this may go through some changes. I don't know, we'll see. But I really like the gray, so I don't know. I thought I would compare it against some other Benchmades that are, I mean, here it is against the full-size Griptilian. Now, a lot of you think the full-size grip is a big knife. It is, but not when compared to the full-size Crooked River. And here it is against the Super Freak, which is a big knife, but again, not compared to the full-size Crooked River. This really is my size Benchmade. Yeah, I really like Benchmades. Here it is against the Bug Out, just in case you were wondering how tiny the Bug Out is. Yeah, it'll do. What else do we have to compare it against? It's big on the table.
Presidio.
Yeah, I don't know where that went.
Oh.
So, anyway, she mentioned I usually compare against the full-size Presidio, but that seems to have wandered off. Oh, there it is. Stealthily hidden. And finally, the full-size Presidio. And again, the Crooked River is much bigger. You get all the standard excellent Benchmade features. If you like that sort of thing, you get their superb axis lock, which works every time. The action is very good. Thing Fit and finish on this particular version seems to be excellent. No flaws. Even the grind is nice and even. The full length of the blade. There's no smile at the end. You get a very generous sharpening choil. Because of this very neutral handle shape, it is very comfortable. It has a little bit of a choil at the front here, but it doesn't force your hand at any particular spot. You can move around quite a bit. The drop point blade's got a really nice swedge on it, so you can come forward for draw cuts if that's your sort of thing. You can move forward this way if you're feathering, which I think it would do very well, although I have not feather sticked with it yet. Feather stuck? Feather sticked.
Feathered.
Feathered. It does have a lanyard space if you're into that sort of thing. I'm not, but you might, and if you want one, there's a really generous lanyard spot back there, and it doesn't get in the way of the clip, which is a really, really nice touch. Thank you, Benchmade. As I mentioned, it does have an orange backspacer. Yeah, even if I keep the orange pivot collars, which I may just take off and sand out gray, I'm going to dye this black. Yeah, so this will be a black and gray Crooked River when I'm done with it, but that's okay. I don't know, what do you guys think? You can't answer me, but I'm curious just the same. Let me know down in the comments. I know that the more traditional looking one with the ironwood outsold this gray one by a lot, which is why they're still available. They made a gold class version of this, and again, you can get one of these in their custom shop and do 20 CV or M4. You can do carbon fiber. The list is endless in their custom shop. But keep in mind, this is about 230 bucks. The ironwood's about 230 bucks. If you start in the custom shop, they start at 260. So you're going to pay for the privilege. The only thing I would have done different on this at all is not done the orange patterns. I know this is their outdoor knife. It's supposed to be for visibility, but really? Okay. Well, I don't, high vis is not really my jam. So let's say it again. If you've thought about getting a Contigo for a long time, but just the excessive amount of jimping on this knife, and there's a lot, has sort of steered you away, but you're looking for this size Benchmade, they got you covered. Faux show. I love both of these. I'm super happy to have them in the collection. You guys know I've got kind of a wild knife collection. I've got really expensive stuff and budget stuff that I love quite a bit. Benchmade falls right in the middle, coming in under 200 bucks for most of their stuff. Excellent materials. It's funny, Spyderco and other companies are moving away from S30V, but Benchmade seems pretty happy with it, and I'm happy with them being happy with it. Their S30V has never let me down. Would I love it if they moved up to S45VN or something fancy? Maybe not, because I don't necessarily want to see the price jump that would go along with that. I think you get a lot of knife from Benchmade for not a lot of money. Again, if $25 or $30 is what you pay for a knife usually, then 230 is a lot of money. I don't want to say that it's not, but by comparison to other tools in the same quality category, I think you get a lot of knife from Benchmade for a reasonable price. Let's go ahead and weigh it. I'm curious at this point. Everything is a mess, me included. Let's see how much this beast weighs out at. No, not. There we go. Magic scale, tell me what I want to know. Please unlock scale. Not sure how that happened, but I can do that, and you got to witness me do it. All right. We come in at 5.5 ounces. All right, well, how much is the Contigo? 5.8 ounces. How much is the full-size Presidio? Now, this is their CF Elite scales. So this one's about half an ounce less, which is fine. And then the Super Freak. Yeah, right, the Super Freak is even lighter. I really love this knife. In fact, I just love all my Benchmades. One of my favorite knives of all time is the base model Griptilian in the sheep's foot. This thing is just fantastic. I wonder if that would... What do you guys think? Should I put that clip? Maybe. Ooh. Anyway, this is the full-size Crooked River, and while getting this particular model... Oh, I got this. Where'd we get this?
Perfect Perfect Edge.
Perfect Edge in San Mateo, California is a fantastic knife shop. I will put a link to their website. They have got just an excellent selection of new in-box but discontinued Benchmades and Spydercos and a bunch of other stuff. Check them out if you get the opportunity. Anyway, so if you like this knife, but you've been kind of debating, is it good, is it bad? I say pull the trigger. You will not be disappointed. And again, if you've wanted a Contigo but didn't want to deal with the sort of overly tactical Contigo-ness, grab yourself one of these. And if you like this but wish it was smaller, get the Mini, which they are still making. And that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Benchmade Crooked River, the full size. I am a very happy new owner, and I think if you were looking for one, you'd probably be pretty happy too. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.